morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're watching this. Not a bad night's sleep at all at Maol, Bhuidhe last night. I wasn't in the Bhuidhe, I was outside in my tent. Had a lovely flat pitch in front of the old cottage, as I showed last night. So really good pitch. Slept okay, which was good. Cuckoos were going through the night, but that was alright, it wasn't their fault, I was awake. Woke up to quite a misty, damp morning this morning, which has got the condensation in the tent quite bad, and I'm just getting some air through now. But yeah, feeling better this morning. Feet are okay. Didn't get any cramps last night. I thought I might have done with losing all the salts and the sweat yesterday. But looking forward to today. I'm not sure if I'm going to go to Bhuidhe and then on to Strathcarron, or if I'm going to try and push on to Craig and miss out Bhuidhe. So we'll see how the day goes, really. I'll show you around this morning because it's a wonderfully remote place. It's absolutely lovely, really privileged to be here. It's great. So the Bhuidhe's just up there. There's people there in out tents. Everywhere you look there's a bit of mist and there's the loch just in the distance there. And there's my tent. As you can see, I'm trying to get a bit of air through. So yeah, I'm hoping this will burn off, but not too savage as yesterday. But I'm going to get some porridge and then slowly pack up and be here between 8 and 8:30. And that's the only evidence that I've been here. Bit of flattened grass, everything else is tidied up, and now it's onward to Bhuidhe, make a decision whether we go to Strathcarron or we carry on to Craig. So been going about 45 minutes now, and it's mild and warm again, still overcast. So once you leave the Bhuidhe at Maol, you cross the river at Loch Cruishi, and then there's boggy bits along the loch side, so it's best to climb high, but actually climb higher than you think, because you have to sort of skirt round the bend on my left here and then look for Loch Callavi. There's a couple of lochs in the distance which would give you a false bearing if you weren't 100% sure. So I'm still about 40 metres short of where I need to be to get round this mountain. But yeah, it's so wild and remote. It's absolutely glorious up here today. Really lovely. I'll show you around because it's interesting to see those lochs in the distance, and they would give you false bearings. So over there is Maol. Down in the bottom of the valley is Loch Cruishi and the river that runs into it. But you really need to climb quite high. Up to here, you can see there's a 4x4 track, a track, not a 4x4 track. But you need to be on a bit. And then as you swing round, you think you're going to go alongside a loch. I don't know if you can see them, but those lochs there would give you a false bearing, and actually you need to be round this side. So interesting stuff. Your navigation's got to be spot on actually, otherwise you're off into the wilds of Wanny. So in the distance there's those two lakes I said, or lochs, could give you a false bearing, but that is where you want to be. This boy here, Loch Callavi, and then that'll take you, there's a nice 4x4 track on yon side of it. That'll take you up towards Bhuidhe Lodge, or if you turn right after Bhuidhe you can go up to Craig, or you can carry on to Strathcarron. So a multitude of options. It's getting warm now but love this country, it's just great. Dead wild, it's lovely. Look at that, man. How beautiful is that? Stunning. Man, I wish there was wolves tearing about the place. Or bears. Oh, lynx at least. That would be great. Maybe one day. So this is what you're looking for on the far side of Loch Callavi. Nice 4x4 track which takes you all the way towards Bendronegg Lodge. So pleased to have found that in the misty morning there, so pleased with the navigation. You see, wow, look at that, beautiful, where we've come from there. So we skirted round there, dropped down. So cool, lovely morning now, like. Meadowpipits are calling, sandpipers, snipe drumming. Seen a couple of deer high up, but the camera wouldn't pick them up, they're too far away. Just need a golden eagle to come sailing over now and that would make my morning. What a beautiful spot though, really lovely. So that's 11:26. Got a bit of a decision to make. Behind me there is Bendronegg Lodge, which then if you carry on from there to Strathcarron, it's only about 5 miles, and then that's a really easy day. Can pitch up in the Strathcarron hotel, get a sandwich and a cup of tea and a beer or whatever you want, or take the more scenic route, which to get to Craig is about 10 miles. There's plenty of time in the day, but there's not much wild camping up here, so you really have to commit and go for it. So I'm in two minds at the minute whether to take an easier day today, which would mean the Ling Hut tomorrow, and then either some road walking to Kinlochhew or bigger route round Benai, which would knock me off a day. I think I'm just going to go with my original plan and carry on up to Craig. It's only 25 past 11 and I can walk till 7, so 10 miles, you know, I can just potter on and then find a camp spot between 5 and 7. Yeah, decision made, I'm going for it. So that's about 10 past 1, making fairly steady progress through some pretty rough, wet, boggy ground. There is a path, but it's very marshy and quite wet. Yeah, heat's coming on again. So trying to get water in so I don't go to the dehydration state as yesterday. Beautiful place, quiet, but cuckoos are calling, which is for me synonymous with the Cape Wrath Trail. So in the background there is Loch and Leoch, and then if you carry on past that you would head away to Bendronegg Lodge. So I'm just going to bash on for another, well, until I get a waterfall or somewhere like that, and I'm going to sit and get some lunch. I'm starving. It's been a tough morning so far. So here's Bhuidhe, Bernays, which I'm nearly through. Marvellous. And that, all the way down there, is where we've come from. Bonny picture, like, isn't it? So it's been a few hours since I spoke to you. Came through Bhuidhe, Bernays and then down, heavy shower. But after having some lunch, I took a real bad turn. Whether it's been a touch of food poisoning or a dodgy stream, but I'm using a water filter, but Christ, I've been poorly. Both ends. Too much detail probably. So I'm absolutely exhausted now. Can I keep water down? Yeah, struggling a bit. Whether it's heat stroke, don't know. Really quite down about it at the minute. But we'll push on to Craig anyway and see where we go. So final update from this episode of the Cape Wrath Trail. So made it to Craig very late. Stumbled in. I rang Simon at Jerry's Bothy, who couldn't have been kinder. He was absolutely fantastic. Lovely shower, real comfy bed, offer of tea. I tried to drink a couple of cups of tea, couldn't keep them down, and to be honest I was a bit of a nuisance in the dormitory with everyone else because I was up all night. I felt really sorry for people because I was in and out of the loo, I was puking and all the other stuff. So I'm afraid the Cape Wrath defeats me again at Craig. This is my cursed trail, it's unbelievable. Will I be back to fight another day, or do I just admit defeat? I don't know. I really don't know. But as soon as I put my bag on this morning, I thought, Christ, I haven't got anything in the tank. So I've called it. I'm at Aknashellick Station. I'm going to get the train to Inverness and get back home, lick my wounds and see where we are. You've got to say hats off to these people who do that, because there's no easy days on the Cape Wrath Trail. And if you've got foul weather or heat waves, it's just really difficult. Yeah. So, if you made it this far, appreciate you watching. Cheers, bye.